Hey, what is up, my beautiful people? I just got a little adjustment in my shoulder there when I leaned into it. So, don't dream it's over. Crowded house, okay? That's part of the message today. All right? So, let's get started here. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little warm. I just got back from the store. I'm out the floor today. Wash the cabinets. You know. Wonder how many of those trad wife lifers are out there doing that, mopping the floor and washing the cabinets, while they're posting on YouTube about how awesome it is to be a trad wife. Even when my mom was staying at home, just because she happened to be laid off at the time, like she didn't have time to be posting about what she was doing. I have a hard time believing some of these influencers like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I got oodles of time to do all this stuff. And it's like, do you know any moms that got time to be doing that stuff? Just my 2 cents on it. Anyway, I'm my own wife now, so I take care of me, right? I highly advise it. If you can't get yourself one, be your own wife. Okay. Make sure you're fed. Make sure your house is clean and in order, right? Some people gotta hire it out. You gotta. I went out with a guy one time, and I said something about not having a dishwasher. In my old house, I didn't have a dishwasher. The appliance is what I was talking about, and he was like, "Oh, I have a dishwasher. Her name's Janet," and I was like, "What?" So like he hired it out, so he didn't have to buy a dishwasher, right? He just had a woman come in, and she also prepared all his meals for him and all this other stuff too. Which, hey man, if you can do it, if you can afford it, do it, right? Make your life easier. So, like I said, be your own wife, huh? Walk the dog. I'm getting it all done today. Haven't paid all them bills yet, but it's only Monday. We still got the rest of the week for that. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the full moon. It was very beautiful, I thought, and clear in my area. So hopefully you were able to get out there and see it. Some people, I heard it had a little bit of a hue, which I thought it kind of did. Not quite yellowish, but more of towards the pinks in color, if you will. Just very faint, but still. So it was quite nice. Sorry, I might have a stray dog hair in my mouth. Just how it goes. It's not a stray dog hair, it's a stray of my own hair. You should have seen it when my hair was like down to here or down to my butt. Okay. 8 of Cups. Doing a past, present, future read today. We're going to kind of keep it simple because I do have my dinner in the oven and I don't want it to be going off. And this is a live reading, so, I can only do so much, folks. So this is me checking in. This is me checking in with the energies. So I feel like for some of you, you've definitely been through quite a trial. Perhaps by the full moon, that trial has completed. Okay, in terms of understanding what really kind of drives you and what you want your purpose to be about. Okay, I do have some other videos out there that are about purpose, Hierophant. So. For some of you, this could be going back to school, trying to, gain knowledge of some sort. Also, perhaps some of you, if you're having trouble defining your purpose, going to somebody who's very knowledgeable, like say even a school counselor or something like that, and saying, hey, I like to do this, this, and this. What do you think would be a good career for me? Okay. So going to somebody that possesses that higher knowledge. So that's the Hierophant, the High Priest. Okay. Also Taurus energy. Okay. I don't think it's very confusing for you. That's why I feel like for some of you, you may even have gone back to school to pursue this particular thing. Maybe you're very good at, mechanical um, things like fixing things, and like you decided to go back for like HVAC technology or something. You know what I mean? Just to fine tune, to get certified and to be, up on, your skill set. Okay. The Hangman Pisces. I pulled this the other day. I don't know why I just sometimes I'm not digging that card, but today it feels a little bit different. But also a little bit like, oh, you thought you were going this way? Surprise. Okay, so it is Pisces season. Remember that. And that is kind of, this deep work like this Eight of Cups type stuff. Pisces is all about that. Okay. Pisces is like, yes, let's put on the sad songs, the sad movies. Let's cry it all out. Let's journal about it, right? You know what I mean? I'm talking about going deep. Okay. But for the Hangman, some of you may be kind of like, I don't know, just kind of picking up and getting out of it. Okay, let's just keep going here. I don't want to over, you know. So I'm just supposed to be clarifying what the cards are saying, right? La 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 la. Well, if that's the kind of reader you want, you gotta go somewhere else, because I ain't that kind of reader. Okay. I'm getting the messages as they come. It's just like when I was in here mopping earlier. It's like, yeah, this message, it was on my brain, this message, and it's like, when's it gonna come out? I gotta get all this stuff done so I can come and give this message to you guys. So yeah, us readers, we have other things to do besides sit here and give you guys messages all day and not get paid for it, because that's essentially what we all do up here on YouTube. I mean, let's face it. I got less than 100 subscribers. You really think I'm making money off this, Jones, here? Okay. So, you do me a favor, I'll do you a favor. Okay? That's how it works around here. And I think that's part of this Hangman, where it's kind of like collective. You went and you did all this work, right? Mm-hmm. And now that you might have a little bit more attention on you, and people coming around and be like, "Hey, I heard this about you," and "Oh, that's cool," and no, yeah. Now they're all interested in your time. Okay, so that's where I feel like you may have to even kind of like pull some trickery to get yourself out of you need to dip, basically, and be like, because otherwise you're gonna be talking to these people all day, and your whole day is going to be gone, and then it's going to be, what time is it now? It's after 5 o'clock, and what work have you gotten done? Okay, are you getting my point? Are you getting it? Are you getting it? That's why I was mopping earlier and not giving you this message, because I got shit to do. Okay, so sometimes you're going to have to do that. You know what I mean? You're going to have to prioritize yourself. Okay, not all these other people. The only main character of your story is you. What's in the outcome, please? It was a really, I have all the windows open in my house still. It's amazing here today. 8 of Wands, and wow, look at that. Look at that outcome. How fast things can turn around when you start prioritizing what's important. Okay? And 8 times over, and and you started with the 8 as well here with the 8 of Cups. So to me, this says, collective, that not only have you embarked on a healing journey, you've actually really done this work. And part of that could be here where people, like I said, are like, oh, how did they do that? Like, I'm interested now. And that may very well be. That doesn't mean you have to stop your day. Okay. And this is part of the Hangman, is a delay. And if you keep running into people that cause you delays, then it's like, are you actually going to achieve what you need to achieve? Okay. And if your calling is part to help the greater good, okay, of humanity and all this kind of, nobleness and everything, and kind of become like this Hierophant figure, not just being able to understand when you need to go to a Hierophant figure, okay, where the student becomes the master, student becomes a teacher, right? Now you get to carry on the legacy, okay? You're starting to understand the value of your time, okay? Okay. Let's get a little bit of clarification. I'm not too far into this. I had like 20 some minutes on my oven, so I can I can clear up this message hopefully for you pretty soon. I'm still getting over this cold too. It's been awful. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, you were really up in your head, and that's part of why you decided to take a step away. And you're like, look, I ain't living this way. I'm not doing it. You know? There's a lot of people that are gonna want to see you twisted up and confused and things and that of that nature because that's how they live their life and they think it's normal. And it's like, you can word salad me all day, but at the end of it, like maybe that person, broke the law or something. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, they're out of excuses, right? Yeah, Page of Swords. And they're so far out of excuses that they're just now having to watch. And that's really all I can do about it, you know? And maybe they can get together with their little sewing circle and be like, oh, did you see what so-and-so is up to? You know? What else we got going on here? Thank you for sticking with me. If you are new, please subscribe or like the video. It helps spread the messages around. Okay. And part of this, I feel like, collective with this Hierophant, what you're learning to do currently is protect your energy as well so that it doesn't take over and dominate your time. Five of Wands. Yeah. So a lot of people competing for your attention right now. The type where it's almost like, yes, I do see you standing on your head in front of me. Like, I'm not blind. Take a picture and put it on a postcard. And sell it on Etsy. Maybe you'll make lots of money. I don't know. Okay, there you go. There's a business idea for somebody. All right, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying here? It's like they're looking to you to be this kind of mother, or in this case, kind of more father figure. So this could be a lot of masculine energy for somebody. And you're kind of like, I'm trying to protect my peace and I'm trying to get on down the road here. I ain't trying to pull everybody up with me at the same time. Yeah, Emperor. Yeah, you're very much standing on your own. Aries here as well. A lot of masculine energy. This Hierophant could have mentored this Emperor as well. Could perhaps be mentoring this Emperor to, like, maybe go into business for yourself. Like, have you ever been in that position where you're competing for a promotion or something and then you're completely overlooked and you're like, wow, I've been working myself for what? Okay. When all along, who's the boss? Okay. You know what I mean? So in that case, what'd you learn in that situation, right? There we go. For some of you, maybe this means, creating, content of some sort that is beneficial for others, some kind of literature or YouTube or class or something like that, okay? I'm feeling that for you very much. Hermit, okay? Yeah. You're definitely pulling back your energy as well, and I think that's part of the surprise here that people are seeing, because it's like you're becoming so popular, but yet you're being seen less in a way. And in that way, that means their direct access to you has changed, okay? And you're like not super worried about it at all, right? Because the Hermit's over here doing their hermit thing. And it's almost like you're kind of, I don't want to say mocking, but laughing a little bit, because the thing is, collective, When they had you, they didn't want you. Where did they want you? They wanted you right here up in your head, all confused and not doing anything. And you said, fork that. I'm going to go see what else is out there. Like, this cannot be all that it is. You know? Virgo as well. A lot of Virgo energy has been coming through lately. I have some Virgo in my chart as well. The Lovers here. The Lovers came out in my last reading. Gemini. For some of you, this could be contemplating a partnership. This could also be when you're taking time out away for yourself and you're like thinking you're going to go into hermit mode, but actually you're going to end up meeting the person that you're meant to be with. Right? Because you keep saying, is this all there is? And then somebody's going to be like, actually, I kind of feel the same way you do. Right? You know what I mean? It's like kind of like you bump into somebody and then you're just kind of, you know, you're at a noisy place and you just kind of want to talk. And then you're just like, hey, you want to get out of here? That's kind of what's happening right now. Okay? So, don't give up hope. Keep dreaming. Don't dream it's over. Okay? So there's another channel song. It's a Trey Anastasio band one. But the first one, Don't Dream It's Over, is Crowded House. So again, these lovers aren't going anywhere, okay? You've never kind of given up that underlying dream, okay? It's kind of like, it's like, yep, it's still there. It's still there in that lantern, you know? And maybe you didn't know exactly how it was going to turn out, but it's still, it's like it's turning out. And part of that is because you're protecting yourself and you are guiding yourself towards, again, the things that you want. Not the things everybody else wants. You know, maybe somebody else wants a girlfriend with a big ass. And he can go and do that. I mean, there's lots of women with big asses out there. I mean, some people say I have a big ass. I might be not be the ass that they want, but there's lots of women with big asses, right? And there's guys that are like, I want a girl with a big ass. So they'll go out and find a girl with a big ass and be very happy. Okay, collective. Maybe you're like, you know what? Right now I'm focused on like I want to get my own apartment or my own house or something like that. Okay? And maybe you look at a whole bunch of places and then you finally find it. Okay? It's this kind of stuff where, you know, the guy that's worried about the girl with the big ass, he's gonna find her because there's lots of girls with big asses out there. I mean, that ain't hard. Okay? But are you gonna find the right house for you? Are you gonna find the right apartment in the right neighborhood? Like, there's things that are checking that are cumulative here versus these lists that other people have made that aren't necessarily on your list of priorities of things to do. Okay? So while they're out there chasing ass, you're like, well, actually, I kind of want this. And then, I mean, you know, somebody comes along and she happens to have a juicy booty. I mean, I guess that's cool, right? I feel like that's kind of the collective's approach for it versus, man, I need to go out and get myself a girl with a big ass. It's like, way to have goals, right? Then be like, oh, that was a BBL. I heard those things only like last for like 10 to 15 years. You gotta get them redone or something. They're also very surgical. They're very dangerous, like complications wise, when in terms of surgery. So I'm just, if anybody's contemplating not getting one, just saying. Okay, 8 of Wands. Like, who can afford that? I don't know. Somebody out there. Apparently, millions of people on the fucking internet. But 8 of Wands. Let's clarify this outcome for the collective. Yeah, I feel like somebody really wanted you to be up in your head about your body image. So this I was chant 1440. Yeah, it was on the clock. Anyway, I saw what I needed to see. I was channeling this earlier and I was wondering if it was going to come out. You know, there's people out there that just aren't going to appreciate you like you need to be appreciated, okay? Like I've had people complain about or say things like, "Oh, well, yeah, I know you're not like the prettiest, but you know, I am so happy that you're my girlfriend," or something. And it was like, at the time, I didn't like super take offense to it, but at the same time, it's like, do I want to be with somebody who doesn't really find me attractive? Like, to me, that's kind of a turnoff. Okay. So, collective, these are the types of things that people have been saying to you and speaking to you to make you kind of not reaching for the things that you actually deserve, because you actually deserve to be loved. You actually deserve for somebody to think that you're the bee's knees. Okay? Um, you know, I was gonna say even my exes, you know what I mean? And some of them have found that. They found the right partner for them. You know what I mean? Some may live in eternal misery. I have no idea because, you know, the kind of choices they make. But you know, and you can't stop people from doing that. But what you can do is like, you know, I just noticed like this, you know, this guy when I'm with him, like he's always looking at other women, or he looks at the girl with the big ass all the time, and it's like, does he even like me at all? You know what I mean? And it's like there's people out there who will not treat you that way. There's people that will sit there and say that you're beautiful, that you know you have a great figure, that you look good in your clothes, and not just your girlfriends or your guy friends. I'm talking about people of the opposite sex, because there are people that not only are going to say love you and be attracted to you and things like that, but you know they just know how to treat people with respect and you know authentically as well. And you know some of these people that are chasing their meal tickets around. I mean, sex is a diet for some, right? For a sex addict, it's a diet. But for the collective, it's like, you know, you may have, you know, been exposed to that at one time or another, or went through a phase of that, something like that. But some people make it like a lifestyle, right? And the collective's like, okay, well, you know, I might have gone through a phase of that and I found what like certain things are attractive, but I also understand that there's other attractive things as well in the world, okay? Um, so again, all right. Ten of Swords. Yeah. So for every insult, collective, you are kind of rechanneling that into like a refound or renewed self-confidence, okay? So again, you know, I've literally had a man call me fat on the street. You know, like, and here, I'm gonna show you something too. I want you guys to see what I look like. Okay? This is me. This is me. Okay? I was on my way to a concert walking. There was a group of men, three of them that were sitting outside at like a, you know, sports bar or something, and I was on my way to a show. And I was walking down the street and I noticed this guy was kind of looking at me, you know, and I thought, oh boy, this is going to be kind of awkward because I was by myself and like there's three guys there and it's like, oh, this is going to be some weird flirtation. And the closer I got, here it is. And then I don't know, there wasn't really any words exchanged, and then I think his buddies were kind of like, hey, are you going to say something to her or what? And then he said like, nah, she's fat, and like said it loud enough for me to hear. And I just kind of like, I just kept walking, but it was just like, wow. It was like so obvious that that guy wanted to be talking to me, but then he wasn't able to pull it up. And we call that little dick energy. Okay? Yeah. So, you know, it's like he wanted the girl with the big ass, but he wasn't willing to talk to her. Okay? Because at the time, the big ass was me. All right? Because I was a little juicier than I am now. Anyway. Oh, But it's like, instead, you're just gonna call me fat? Like, whatever. You're so stupid. And I mean, this is a man that I'm like, I'm in my 40s, y'all. This man was like that age, okay? This is some people, like I said, some people never grow up. They don't change. They don't like make it out of high school mentality or junior high, even, y'all. And here's the thing, you don't have to accept that. And I didn't. Like, I didn't even like bother to, whatever. It's like, you know what? What's funny is later that night, like somebody like was kind of like trying to proposition me to go back to their hotel room or whatever. Like, obviously they didn't care, you know. I mean, they thought I was juicy just fine. Which I did. I declined their offer, but I did let them walk me back to my hotel. You know, I mean, this was a complete stranger. I'm like, you know, people be getting murdered here out in these streets, y'all. Okay, I ain't about to be the next. Okay. King of Pentacles using what sound judgment? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, oh boy, this has been a sharing moment, hasn't it? Yeah, collective, you're nailing that old stuff in the coffin, and you're just kind of like looking forward, and you're just saying, wow, what else can the universe do for me? Because every time I turn away from these low vibrational people, something better happens. Literally. Like that same day, I went from, three men kind of joking and, thinking that they were saying that I was attractive, but really they were saying how like horrible they thought I was. And then to later that evening, talking with somebody who was actually nice to me, treat me like a human being, and then kind of proposition me for, physical activity, but like whatever. You know what I mean? Like talk about a turnaround. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just keep that in mind when you're rocking through your day, okay? That at any point things can turn around for you, and you are not ever, 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 okay, indebted to anyone else's opinion of you. Okay. Um yeah, that's all I got for today. Okay. Until next time, please manifest wisely, everybody. Bye bye.